Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just want to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel, the few followers I have. I'm so grateful for you guys, and I really appreciate your support. And I guess you like my song because you subscribed to my channel. I'm not doing a song today, but I just, I think that my channel, I want to make it where it's just God flowing. So I have more music. And I definitely want to share more of my songs with you guys and whoever else subscribes. So I want the whole world to hear the music God has given me. But I also, I read the Bible and God just gives me these revelations. And sometimes they're simple, they're not complex, but they wow me anyway. I think that's what's so great about the Bible. When you really just read it to study it, you find so much in it because your heart is open to receiving what God has for you to see. And it's always something different every time. It's the coolest thing. So so last night I was reading 1 Samuel chapter 1. I was like, I love the book of Samuel. I just want to read it again. And I was reading the first chapter, and it's about Elkanah, I think is his name. He has two wives, Peninnah, I looked up the pronunciation on that one, and Hannah. And Peninnah is able to bear children, and Hannah is not. And so the story really is about Hannah and the fact that, it's just a horrible situation for her because she really has this competition with Peninnah because she can't have children for Elkanah, but Peninnah can. And Peninnah always kind of aggravates and irritates Hannah about it. She picks on her and she's not nice about it. Basically, she's a bee, if we want to talk in today's terms. And so, I think about Hannah and I'm just like, wow, that would be really rough. And I feel like she's so relatable for so many of us who go through trials and struggles, or maybe issues with coworkers or friends where we feel like we're the lesser of everyone else and we don't feel good enough. But in this case, I think it's even worse because she feels that jealousy, that competition with her husband's other wife. And so what's interesting about this story is Hannah and Elkanah, they're at the temple of the Lord, and Hannah, she can't eat, she can't sleep. She's just so broken over the fact that she can't have kids because back in this day, having kids was your pride as a woman. It was everything. And so, she's completely broken and she's before the Lord, and she just is saying, God, if you will just give me a son, I will give him back to you. I will give him to you, to the temple all the days of his life. And, this I vow, my first child will be yours. And I think it's so relatable in the fact that in many times when we're going through times of trials and tribulations and times that we just feel so overtaken by what we're going through, we do make these promises to God. We tell him, Lord, if you just get me through this, I promise I will serve you all the days of my life, or I will read my Bible every day, or, different things that in the time that we're close to him, because of our battle, it feels great to do those things. It feels great to read our Bible every day. It feels great to worship him every day during those times because it's our strength. And so we promise him we're going to continue that fire and, we're not going to let it burn out and all these things. And so what is so amazing to me is that, as you might know in the story, that Eli sees her praying and he thinks she's drunk because she's praying through her lips. She's not actually speaking. And so he tells her to leave, but then she's like, no, I've been praying. My heart is broken. I'm crying out to the Lord. And so he says, go in peace. Everything that you have asked, it will be given to you. And so she has hope. She has that sense of yes, God is giving me hope. And so she does get pregnant. And what's interesting is that she has to wean him. She nurses him, and I would say probably for at least 2 years, especially back in the Bible times. And so for 2 years plus the 9 months that she was pregnant, she knew that she had her blessing, and she wasn't in her battle anymore. She got her blessing, and she was happy, and she wasn't struggling anymore. And that for us usually is the time that we sort of normal out. And we kind of forget about all of our promises to God, and we kind of get back to our normal life, and things go back to the way they were. We don't think that they will, but they do. But what's so interesting is that Hannah doesn't forget her promise. And, when she's done weaning Samuel, that's the son she bears, she does give him to the Lord. She does take him to the temple, and she gives him to the Lord. And this is like 2 years later. And to think that, you know, she doesn't fall back. She doesn't, because of her joy and because she got what she wanted, she doesn't say, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna go back on this promise. It's okay. God will understand. Like, he'll forgive me. And, you know, I want to keep my child. Because, I mean, who would want to give their child away for their whole life? I mean, that's insane. I can't imagine doing that with my 2-year-old. And so it's just amazing to me that she keeps her vow to the Lord. And clearly her heart truly is blessed by God, and she doesn't forget it. And she lives for him whether she's going through a trial or not. She gives him her life as well in doing that. And, you know, it's just an encouragement to me. I recently went through a battle of anxiety and fear and depression this past winter, and I got so incredibly close to the Lord. And now that I'm over it and I've overcome it, God helped me overcome it. I went through it with God, and he grew me in leaps and bounds. He refined my heart, and I haven't forgotten his goodness and his faithfulness. And so this story just encouraged me to not forget all that he's done for me, and to let my fire continue to burn, and to stay in his word, because that is my strength no matter what. It's basically like staying on the offense instead of going on the defense when a battle comes. And so be encouraged as well. I hope that you're encouraged. I hope that you're blessed by this story. And, you know, I would love to hear any feedback, maybe in the comments below. You can tell me a revelation you received in the Bible, or maybe from this story, a revelation you received. I'm going to continue reading it, and the more revelations I get, the more I'll share. So I will see you guys later.